Unraveling the Irregularities, English Adjectives and Adverbs. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our English language learning series. Today we're diving into a very fascinating part of English grammar, adjectives and adverbs with unique irregularities. These are the words that don't follow the usual rules, the rebels, if you will, making them a key topic to master. So let's dig into the exceptions and special cases and demystify their usage for you. Before we get into the special cases, let's have a quick recap of what adjectives and adverbs are. Adjectives are words that describe or modify other words, usually nouns. They tell us more about a thing's size, color, age, etc. For example, in the phrase, a red apple, red is an adjective describing the apple. Adverbs, on the other hand, modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They tell us how, when, where, and to what extent something happens. For example, in he runs quickly, quickly is an adverb modifying the verb runs. Now let's talk about those adjectives and adverbs that like to break the rules, the unique irregularities. While many adjectives and adverbs follow a standard formation in English, there are several that do not. These irregular words don't add or est for the comparative and superlative forms, or li to form the adverb. Instead, they undergo internal changes or completely change forms. Let's look at a few examples. The adjective good becomes better in its comparative form and best in its superlative form, not gooder or goodest. Similarly, the adverb well follows the same pattern. Well, better, best. Another interesting irregularity is far. It becomes further or farther in the comparative form, and furthest or farthest in the superlative. The adverb badly is also unique. While most adverbs end in li, its comparative and superlative forms are irregular, worse, and worst. Some adjectives, called absolute adjectives, do not have a comparative or superlative form because their meanings are already at the maximum or minimum extreme. Words like perfect, unique, and dead are absolute adjectives. It doesn't make sense to say more perfect or most unique because these words already represent an ultimate state. And there we have it. Some adjectives and adverbs are a little unconventional, but they're also what makes English such a rich and varied language. Remember, while it might be tricky to remember all these exceptions, practice makes perfect. The more you use them, the more natural they'll become. Stay tuned for our next videos in the Grammar Fundamentals series where we'll continue to explore the fascinating world of English grammar. As always, keep practicing, and you'll be mastering these unique irregularities in no time. Happy learning!